Hello, everyone, and welcome to Newly Forged. We are a 5.5e actual play stream that takes place in the world of Newly that came out of my brain, and six of my friends are brave enough to play in because it's Pride Month. Happy Pride, everybody. Hello, I've got it. Thank you for the Pikachus. You may or may not be aware, but we're a pretty gay, queer coded stream here. We've got a lot of members of the Alphabet Mafia. So yeah, that's how we roll here. So get on board or get the fuck out, I guess is kind of how it is. Andra, who is played, or hold on, whoop, there are words there that I messed up already. Uh, Matt, who plays Corvus, will be unavailable tonight. Uh, Sarah, who plays Andra, will be coming in a little bit later, as will Amber, who plays Ozo. Thank you for sticking with us as we had a bit of a technical hiccup at the start of things, but it's good to see you again. So, if somebody would like to roll me a D30, for it is a new month, it is Pride Month here, so send money to your favorite gays. That's how Pride Month works, because you're paying them back for all the shit we go through.
How much do you want, Jared?
Oh, am I your favorite gay? That's wonderful.
You're my favorite.
Oh, yay. We'll discuss numbers later.
69 cents.
Hey, nice. Great. Wonderful. All right. So, friends who are present, please let us know your name, your character's name, and introduce yourself, your characters, and does your character know how to hunt or fish at all? Are they good at it? Do they do it for recreation or is it only food? Like, you know how some people like, I fish as a hobby, but some people like, I fish to eat the fish. So that kind of thing. And we'll start with Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Moonine, the Hexblood Bay Knight. Sorry, I'm off camera tonight. But hobby, I make a lot of flower crowns.
Nice. Cool, cool, cool. All right.
Because I can just kind of like grow small plants.
So no hunting or fishing for Lunine.
Not really.
Fair enough. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Next up, we've got Mike.
That's me. I'm Mike. I play Justin Timberdrake, and he is by no means a hunter. He's not even a gatherer. He's off to the sides, um, avoiding work like that. So not in my repertoire.
Okay, fair enough. I dig it. Not everybody is a person of outdoorsiness. But next up, we've got Jeff.
Hello, I'm Jeff. I play Selenar, an elf druid who does fish. Not recreationally, but when he needs to, he would also hunt, always for food, being respectful of the sacrifice living things, druid words, and yeah, totally normal to him.
Fair enough. Very cool. Thank you all so much. And I am Jared. I am your humble dungeon master here on Newly Forged. And as I play everyone and everything else that is not the six-player characters, there's a lot of hunting and fishing that people know how to do because it's a world and people are in it. But there's also some who don't. It's wild how that works out. All right. Well, that was a quick little foray. Shall we dive into last time on Newly Forged?
Yes.
Yes. Last time on Newly Forged, the Dead Ringers recovered from their battle with the Medusa, while Lunine remained unconscious and unawakenable, no matter how much healing was put into him, for about an hour. While Andra's book seemingly had a mind of its own and opened to a page to provide her a curative solution for the petrification of her allies Selenar and Thraden. The instructions were exacting and costly, but with the help of her friends, Andra was able to brew the potion and administer it to the affected hobgoblin warrior, and elven druid. The party, now whole once again, plus their ally Thraden, who is very unaware of this wider world that he's been in. So he's been a little quiet, kind of taking it all in. They set forth to return on the return path to Port Dwali and from there to Madinat. They went through 4 more grueling days of intense heat of the Hassa Desert, becoming exhausted, but eventually they emerged from this hottest part of the desert alive. And when they emerged, they found a small encampment waiting for them about a mile down the road. Hesitant, the party decided to camp far away, discretion being the better part of valor. And Corvus, in the middle of night, heard a pitched battle ensue. And in the morning, the Dead Ringers cautiously approached to find a camp of the Brotherhood of Flowing Waters, which appears to be a group of do-gooders who hang out in the desert, dedicated to protecting and aiding those in the desert, either through aid, assistance, protection, all that kind of stuff. Their commander, Commandant Heresy Breakwaters, listened to their tale and decided to aid them in their return to Port Dwali. And thanks to a long strider spell and a group of horses, the Dead Ringers returned to Port Dwali and checked in with Pipe in the Basket, the Merchant Council of Madinat's representative in Port Dwali, who, upon seeing the evidence collected by the Dead Ringers, decided to have them teleported immediately to Madinat by way of a rather interesting older mage woman. But so the party has returned to Madinat, having just been told by this woman that the chief of police is downstairs. And so we pick up with the 7 of them in a group, in a circle around this woman, uh, who is about to leave, and she goes, "Oh, there is one more thing. You might need this for some explanation. I forgot to give it to you, so here you go, cutie." And she thrusts it into Justin's hand. So there is an envelope with a seal on it in your hand now, Justin.
Look at the seal.
Yeah, you'll want to give that to the vizier downstairs, or the chief of police, whatever you want to call him.
Noted. Thank you.
Justin, you would know that the chief of the guards of Madinat is an office known as the civil vizier.
Civil vizier. Okay.
And go ahead, make a history check. The DC is 5 on this for you. Excellent. The last time, on a 19, the last time that you were here in Madinat and spent like significant time here before your adventures took you elsewhere, the office of the civil vizier was occupied by one Muhavid Mandani.
Mamdani?
Mandani. No relation. Muhavid, you would know on a 19, is the 4th great grandson of Mazaki Mandani. Mazaki Mandani is the founder of Madinat. He took a group of like roving wanderers of Helene and tribes of humans and kind of brought them all together under one banner here in the Bay of Pearls and essentially built the foundations of Madinat. You know he's human, and you know that he is extremely popular in the city. And there are rumors that if he ever desired to assume a position of leadership, the populace would support him overwhelmingly. But he has yet to
Okay.
he has yet to show any sort of desire that way, being very content to be in charge of the guards of Madinat. And he doesn't really talk about it much publicly. But so On a 19, I'll also give you an extra little bit of information.
Mhm.
It's also you're also fairly sure that you've heard that he is somehow related to the current Rajah, Basal Mahanadi. Not quite sure how.
Okay. All right. Noted.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
with that information, what would you all
She
like to do?
so she gives me this. She leaves. Tells us to give it to the vizier downstairs. So I guess we go downstairs.
So I think some of us are still wanted here. How much time has passed in game since we left Madinat? I think it's been like
It's been
not even a month, right?
it's been about 3 weeks or so.
Yeah. So Selenar hesitates and says, I think some of us are still wanted here, are we not?
I think so.
Yeah.
But we have
Sorry, what
would
was
hate
the
to march.
question? You had cut out a little bit for me.
Some of us are still wanted in Madinat. I hesitate to walk downstairs and turn myself in, even though we have evidence to suggest it was the right thing to do.
I mean,
But perhaps it's the right thing to do anyway, to just go down as a group.
we had evidence, yes. Sure. I mean, sure, it'll clear it up fairly soon. Hopefully.
Well, I suppose there's one way to find out. That's correct. This is Jeff, not Selenar, talking now, but Selenar, Andra, Justin, and Ozo all were never in prison, right? Or no, Ozo was in prison.
Ozo was in
Ozo,
prison,
yeah.
yes.
Ozo.
So there's like 3 of us that I think were wanted, and we skipped town, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of you had wanted posters kind of drawn up about you.
Wanted for, have a note, vigilantism and breaking and entering the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. His room. But did we not prove that he was a bad guy? Or have current
Well,
proof?
we have proof now that he
Now.
was involved with the Crimson River, right? That's the whole point.
Yes.
So hopefully that's enough to be like, hey, look, he was bad. We didn't know who he was in cahoots with at the time. Sorry, but he's bad. He's still here. You should arrest him. BT dubs.
Right. So with that knowledge,
Let's
go
go.
downstairs. Yeah.
And whole
Nothing bad
party.
can happen. It can
How-
only good happen. So we head downstairs.
Cool. So you head down from this small chamber with all these like half-dead plants and trees. If this is if this is her like domain here, then she's been away for a while because a lot of these plants are dead. But you descend down, and you come across what is a very busy sort of bureaucratic like den of like cubicles, but not cubicles. It's got that vibe of like a busy like office building, kind of like the foyer of an office building. But it is very official, and there are like small like reclining stations, like circular kind of areas with like a little fountain in it. People are like sitting and waiting and talking amongst themselves, and there's a lot of chatter going on here. And you're currently up on like a balcony, you having just descended through a doorway that opened up onto this upper level balcony thing here. Um, and soon enough, a guard notices you, who's just stationed up here to be like a watch person, and he says, "Ah, may I help you?"
I'm sorry, who is it that who just said that?
It's just a guard. Like he's just like stationed up here on the balcony to like be on guard duty.
Hmm. Uh, Good sir, we are here to deliver this letter.
Oh, may I? And he like puts out his hand.
Yeah, I hand him the letter.
He looks at the seal and flips it over, reads it for a second, says, please, right this way, everyone. If you would all kindly follow me." And he leads you to a fairly modest looking door, but with like a brass plaque set on it that in common reads Civil Vizier. And then there's like a smaller plaque under it that says Muhavid Mandani. He knocks on the door. There's a voice that tells you to enter, and this guard shows you in. And what you see in this office is there are lots of uh, like bookcases, but they're not filled with books. There are some books on the shelves, but a lot of them are filled with like little pieces of like, for lack of a better term, like memorabilia kind of vibes. There's like a lot of stuff in display cases and like weird looking tools like investigatory equipment, like a bunch of magnifying glasses for some reason, and various other weird things on the shelves. It looks like it's the office of someone who gives off a vibe of, I don't really care about the trappings of my job so much as I care about the work involved. There is a, for lack of a better term, a file cabinet that you can see is kind of like mostly closed, but there's also like kind of open because some stuff is like sticking out of the drawers, and so it doesn't quite close all the way anymore. There's also a bulletin board up on the back that has a bunch of papers and stuff on it, like in like layers. It looks like it was once organized, but is no longer, or if there is, it's an organization skill you can't catch on a first glance. Sitting behind this large desk that has very little clear space on it, you see a human man. He seems to be like of average height, kind of fit, but more like average build. He's got this air of authority. Looks very young for this like position of authority he seems to be in. Looks like maybe in his early to mid 30s. Um, he is again this kind of like dark brown skin tones, but like silver hair. And you're not sure if it's like a metallic kind of silver, just like age or like premature gray, or you're not really sure. But his hair is like long and wavy and kind of pulled back in a single kind of ponytail, like little ponytail at the nape of his neck. And he's wearing kind of typical guard regalia, but with a few more embellishments. Like there's some pauldrons and a few what are these? The pauldron epaulets. That's what they are. And he looks at and Yes. What is it I can do for you all? And the guard hands over the letter, and he says, "Ah, I see. Just a moment." And you're all like ushered into the room. He reads the letter, breaking the seal, and quickly closes it up, puts it down, looks at the guard, says, "You are dismissed, Corporal." He nods and leads away. But the door closes, and he's like, "So, I am told that in this letter by Pipe that you are possessing of information that could greatly implicate a very real danger to Madinat itself. Is this true?"
It is true.
100%.
Very well. May I see this evidence and will you tell me how you came across it?
Lunine will hand over the bag.
Okay. You hand over the
We
bag.
came across it. We came across it when we took a job to deal with some bandits / raiders out in the desert. We went further into the cabins that they were apparently using as a stronghold and found this information inside. A chunk of them escaped, but we took out a fair amount. And then we shattered the mirror that they were using to get here.
The mirror they were using to get here.
Yeah.
Where were they from?
The Feywilds.
I see. Well, that is interesting. And where did you say their hold was? This series of caverns that they delved into?
It's at an oasis. Selena's better with directions.
Yes, we traveled
Mhm.
through Dwali and then approximately a week by camel east, east-southeast from Dwali across the desert. Quite a beautiful oasis. Fresh water, green trees. Getting there and back, I would not recommend.
Is this the Akir Oasis?
The same.
I see. Well, the fact that you made it there and back is quite impressive in and of itself. Uh, just give me a moment to peruse this, if you'd be so kind. And it looks like he speed reads all the documents and everything that you give over to him. And he kind of sits back and kind of steeples his fingers. Well, this is all very interesting. I happen to know Pouch of Smoke by acquaintanceship, and I have seen his handwriting, and these notes from him indicate they seem to match as far as I can tell. The fact that he has been giving what are supposed to be secret preparations that the city has for security to an outside group is most disturbing. And then he kind of looks at you all. He says, I recognize that two of you have certain bracelets upon your wrists. It means that you were imprisoned here with a fee that was paid for by another.
Yeah, that was for our original encounter with Pouch.
I see. Would you illuminate me as to the circumstances of that encounter?
I was chatting him up in the bar. And then my friends, we heard some rumors, and my friends were investigating, and they found magical armor in there. his place.
And when was this?
You,
Just a few short weeks ago, I think.
yeah, it's been like a few weeks, I think.
And he kind of gets up and walks over to this bulletin board and like flips a few pieces of paper up and says, "Ah, yes, this incident report. 2 arrested, 4 escaped. Seems to be you. But you have also brought this very incriminating evidence that would seem to give credence to your cause. Well, this is all very damning and very dangerous. I would like you all to be honest with me at this moment in time. Who exactly are you, and what is your goals in Madinat?
Well, we came here originally because our companion here is from here. Point to Justin.
Hello. Justin Timberdrake, one and only.
I see.
So we came here to see his home more or less, and one of his friends supposedly had her voice taken by a pouch, or her ability to. Was it her ability to tell
Speak.
poems?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it just to speak normally? She could
No, just to
only.
speak. She was mute.
She couldn't
Right.
speak,
Book of
and
Tales.
anytime she tried to write, like it wasn't feasible.
She was muted with the Stone of Silence. I'm just reading my notes.
Yes, I
So-
recall this. Yes.
So we had thought to get involved, but we're from out of this region.
I see. So you return to Madinat with tidings of great import and a desire to do what? To do good? To save the city? To just simply clear your names?
I mean, if this clear our names would be nice to start.
Very well.
Let's have some connection to the Fae for one reason or another. But with the bracelets attached to these wrists, we cannot search for a way. So our first immediate goal is our freedom as a group. Paying back the debt our 2 friends owe here.
Understandable. And if freed of your debts, you would pursue this line of investigation and continue into the Fey realm to pursue these Crimson River individuals?
Honestly, that would be optimal. Multiple reasons, honestly.
I'd like you all to make a group persuasion check, please.
Justin, you got this. Nat 20.
Let's go, baby. 25. Close enough.
Nice.
Even
That's
Ozo
just-
didn't suck at it.
Does that just mean we all roll persuasion?
Correct.
$17, still not transferring to roll 20 for some reason, but I did roll a 17.
All good?
You did good, gang.
Wow. Very good all around. You can see that he's like looking at you. His eyes are these deep brown eyes that seem to be like warm and encompassing, but also very adept at seeking out lies and subterfuge. And he just kind of nods and says, "Very well. I would ask you to come with me. We should speak to my cousin.
You're,
Is that the Rajah?
Oh.
If you would follow me." And he gets up and picks up a like a kind of a turban and kind of puts it on. It's like got a bit of like a turban around like a metal helmet, so it's like part of the guard, but like also different from your average guard. So it's like a badge of office kind of thing. And so he walks you down. He's getting saluted kind of all the way by various guards. You walk out into the bright sun of it would be setting sun by this time of day. So things are starting to get lively as the evening is picking up, and people are coming out to socialize, have meals. You smell street stall cookeries and spices and roasting meats and veggies. People chatting excitedly. Children running all over the place, pouncing around on each other. Uh, and he leads you into the heart of the city, which wasn't a long walk. You know, it was kind of on the outskirts of Marble Rising. But soon enough, you find yourselves outside of the Plaza of Merchants, which is the main sort of body of government, seat of government here in Madinat. It's where the Merchant Council meets, and purportedly where the Rajah resides, and his pashas also have apartments here. The civil vizier.
sounds like a band, the Rajah and his Pashas.
Rajah and his pasha. Yeah. You are brought in. The guards nod to the civil vizier and don't question him or you. You walk into a grand audience chamber that has like enough room in here for like a big grand ball of like 1,000 people could probably fit in here. It's massive except for the columns that are like doing the architectural work of supporting the roof here. But it's probably like 50 feet tall and like massive and wide. And yet there's a couple fountains in here, and sitting on a not like a very high raised dais, but on a dais of about 3 feet off the ground, off the regular floor. There is kind of a older man, maybe like early 50s or so, human, um, who's got like a bunch of books and a couple of like aides who are like taking down notes and like filling things, and like on a little small side of a desk they are doing some numbers, arithmetics and whatnots with like scales and big giant tomes and ledgers. And this individual looks up, and he's wearing very simple yet very finely made sort of robes. Like there's like layers of like gauzy silks, whatever, in simple colors. But he looks up and he smiles and is like, "Ah, Civil Vizier, it is always a pleasure to see you. To what do I owe this unexpected pleasure? And with a company of very unique looking individuals." And he kind of nods and says, "Cousin Bazal, Rajah, it is my duty to inform you as civil vizier that there has been accusations of threats made upon Madinat brought to us by these individuals, and matters of great civil import that we should discuss." And the individual, who apparently is the Rajah, nods and shoos off his attendants and says, "Is this something that we should discuss with the Pashas first, or should they be brought in later? It would be wise, Rajah, to see exactly what this evidence is before you make up your illustrious mind." Very well. Come, approach, all of you. And like there are guards like kind of farther set back, but they are not dismissed. So like there's still like a presence here of like there's still like a military present sort of here, but they are not like actively being aggressive in any ways. They're just kind of on guard. You get the vibes. So you all go through the story again, explaining to the Rajah what's gone down, and he listens. He says, "If nothing else, I think it warrants us altering our civil defense plans. I will speak to the Pashas about this. However, I think it's wise to do some investigating into Saw. Don't you think so, cousin?" To which the civil vizier just sort of nods. Yes. You see, you must understand you are called the Dead Ringers, is that correct?
That's correct.
Very well. Then, Dead Ringers, it is maybe of use for you to know that this pouch of smoke is under the employ of one of my pashas, Savarejo. Varijo is interesting. He is a very successful merchant, otherwise he would not be a pasha. He is, however, not the kindest man, though he likes to pretend to be in public. He's quite ruthless in his way, but has never shown any act of violence. He is the premier marble merchant in all of Madinat. His home is lovely, well appointed, and a veritable fortress. This seems to indicate only pouch of smoke in your evidence that you have provided here. Do you believe that pouch of smoke is acting on his own, or do you think that perhaps Saw Varijo might be part of this subterfuge? Have you encountered any evidence either way?
I would say personally, as someone more familiar with noble machinations, no underling does anything without the knowledge of their boss.
Hmm.
Whether it be a direct yes or no, or a only going to take credit if it's successful.
A wise insight. And the Pasha, or the Rajah, kind of looks around at all of you. Oh, sometimes being the Rajah of the city is annoying, but in these moments of stress, it is good to do work that is much needed. And I think what is needed here is efficiency and quick action. Civil Vizier, it is my decree as Rajah of Madinat that you will place Saw Varijo under a temporary house arrest until such a time as we can determine his complicity in this matter, and immediately arrest and confine the magician known as Pouch of Smoke or Pouch of Shadows, and ensure that he is bound without the ability to cast magic and held for questioning in the slab until a time when we can further gain deeper evidence. And as for you, Dead Ringers, it is my decree that you shall remain here for the time being. My associate, and he kind of like snaps a finger, and this younger, kind of spry looking feline man comes up. My associate here, Book of Lodgings, will give you a place to stay here in the palace.
In the palace.
Yes, I would like to keep you where I can keep an eye on you for the time being.
I kind of like
Go ahead.
elbow Lunine and
Sounds-
say, "We're moving on up.
You're moving on up. I'm being
We are moving up. You're moving up with us."
Ozo politely raises a hand.
Yes, little well.
I'm sorry to interrupt, your Rajaness, but may we address the loan as you noted, while we are here, or are we to remain on site at all times?
I will have your creditors summoned to the palace.
Okay.
Is that sufficient, or do you have other needs in the city that you must address post haste?
Oh no, I mean that's the important one. We like to go shopping and stuff, but that's the one that is a little more worrisome.
A fair question. I do not mean to keep you here imprisoned. That is not my intent. My intent is to keep you safe. And where I can see you until these procedures I have just discussed with the vizier here are enacted.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wasn't, implying, Sir Rajaness, that you were. Thank you, Your Rajaness. And I was always like bowing.
Please.
We're very grateful for the hospitality. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to
We've
serve.
certainly made.
Oh, I was simply saying it is a pleasure to welcome those who would serve to aid Madinat in this circle.
Continued bowing.
Respectful
Too
nod.
much, as I whisper to Ozo.
Ozo hasn't read the section on Rajas in their etiquette book. It's not sure which etiquette to follow.
That is all right. There is a very large contingent here in Madinat who would be very happy to see certain aspects of the city fall. These are usually the greedier types. The vast majority of the populace, however, is more interested in peace and comfort and the continuation of life, not necessarily in a stagnant way, but in a desire to just build forward. Most people just want to live their lives. I am of the opinion that all in Madinat should be able to be fruitful and enjoy the city for its beauties. However, that requires some work. Some people are willing to put in more than others, but what can you do? Huh? Now, I shall have you lead the way. Book on the ledger, if you would be so kind. And this kind of tawny tabaxi comes up and says, "Yes, if you'd all follow me, that would be really, bodacious." To which the Rajah kind of looks and raises an eyebrow. If you would all please follow me right this way, I will show you to your dwelling. And the Rajah kind of nods and dismisses you all as he continues to have a discussion with the vizier, the civil vizier.
I go to follow the guy. I'm following directions.
And when we're out of earshot of the Rajah, I'll say to Book of the Ledger, is it?
Book on the ledger, yeah.
Book on the Ledger. That He was right the first time. Bodacious was the right way to phrase it.
Oh, thanks. I'm I'm not used to all this pomp and circumstance. I've only come into the Rajah's employ in the last 3 months. So sometimes I get a little overwhelmed and forget my my business acumen for a moment.
Nothing wrong with showing a little bit of your own character. Makes you stand out.
Oh, thank you. Right this way. It's not far. We'll put you in one of the. There's 7 of you. Okay, great, no problem. We'll put you not too far away, just in one of the guest suites. Yeah, that's where we'll put you. And he kind of bounds along. He's walking on 2 feet, but it seems like he's got a spring in his step to be fairly quick about his task. But he shows you to a series of rooms that have a large central area with multiple couches and chaise lounge kind of bits of furniture, all a kind of blue and gold veined marble for columns, and then the floor is a dark blue and light blue veined marble. It all kind of flows together really nicely. The architecture is seamless in a way. Like you can tell that it's made of different pieces, but they all seem to be lined up just so, as though the same slab was used for the entire floor, and just, but that would be one huge marble slab. So the artwork and artisanry is impressive. If there's anything at all you need, please feel free to ring or pull on this cord here, and an attendant will come should you require food or drink. Please make yourselves comfortable. There will be 4 guards stationed outside for your protection, of course. There is a small bathing chamber off to the side here, private, if you would like to avail yourselves. And there are robes that you are maybe free to change into in the closet over here, of a variety of sizes, for any visiting guests. Please, enjoy yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And if I can be of any further assistance, just let me know. Otherwise, I will get back to the Rajah.
What is Thraden doing throughout all this? Is he uncomfortable? I'm trying to gauge, because as far as I'm aware, that dude has never been not in a dungeon before, so...
Make an insight check. 17.
17.
Yeah. Raiden, you've known him a while. You've mostly been in a dungeon and in the desert. He is he's got that air of someone who is a competent professional and is not going to let any discomfort he may have or unassuredness show in public. He's putting on a brave face and as though he understands everything that's being said. But you get the sense, Selenar, that he is a little overwhelmed by going from being in a desert one moment to basically being at the king's castle the next. You get a sense that he's kind of a little unsure of what to make of you all in this moment.
Selenar, as soon as we have a chance to, breathe, he goes up to Thraden and says, "You never really get used to the material opulence, but we make the best of it."
Well,
I beg to differ.
There was a part of me that was looking at Lunine as Selenar was saying this. I was like, he's gonna just say something now.
well, the opulence is something I can understand. We at the Goblin Court is not without its treasure rooms. But these customs and titles here are unfamiliar to me. So I'm just sort of following along and being on guard in case action should be required. But so far, we seem to have been treated with politeness and kindness. I am a little confused about why this civil vizier seemed to give an impression that you are criminals, but with an altruistic motive of some kind.
Yes.
That's because we are.
That is an accurate way of putting it, yes.
We're a new
I'm-
breed of heroes.
I'm unfamiliar with the customs here as well, but Justin here spent his young years in this city. So if you have any questions, he's certainly the best equipped of all of us.
I see. Well, if you are not worried about our current circumstance, I see no reason for me to be worried about it.
Feel that we are in a very comfortable and hopefully very temporary imprisonment, though.
Yes, it is always this way when those in charge decide to keep you for your own safety. It can be a little. A gilded cage is still a cage, I suppose, is the best way to put it.
Well, certainly the most comfortable cage in the city, as Ozu and Lunine, I'm sure, would agree. Much better than where Pouch of
Oh,
Smoke
this
is
is
going.
much more comfortable.
I feel pretty excited about Pouch of Smoke going to this lab. Oh,
Speaking of
I
comfort,
should write a letter to
Oh my god, that sounds so vindictive. I love it.
my guys.
A
Oh,
strongly
I'm gonna
worded
have-
letter.
No. I want to write a letter to Oh, Oza would remember the names. Amber is the one who's struggling.
I've got my notes up. Which name are you looking for?
I'm looking for my guys' names. My lizard folk friends from my time
Oh.
in the clink.
Nash, Tal,
Probably. Oh, right!
Yes.
Yeah.
Nash, Talon, Tooth, Craw, Scuzzle were your lizard folk friends.
Yes, there they are.
Damn.
I wish I could write them a letter.
Is there some reason you cannot?
To tell them that they have a visitor.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Are you allowed to get letters in prison here?
I don't know. You could ask the attendant. Just pull the rope.
Oh. Is that a thing? I look at Lunine.
Yeah. Feel free to
Oh.
bother the attendant. It's what they're there for.
Okay. Oza will very carefully, very gently, like so gently that it may not even ring, give a little gentle.
Yeah, the slightest bit of tug results in a little ting, very resounding note. Within
Okay.
within a minute, there's a knock on the door.
Looks at Lunine.
I'll go and answer it.
Fine. I'll go open the door.
Yeah, you go to open the door, and as soon as you open it, there's a very thin, slender Draken woman with robes the color of fire over her red scales. And she kind of bows and says, hello. I am Dorexia. I am the attendant for your rooms at the moment. I heard the summonings. What can I get for you? How can I make your stay more comfortable?
I have a question. What is that that's flying around? Is it just a fly or is it something stingy? I don't know. Do you know, I'm sorry that I rang. Do you know, is it possible to write letters to people in this lab?
Oh, yes. Yes. Usually they are allowed. They are allowed correspondence, unless they are explicitly prohibited from having that for some reason or another. But most offenders are allowed correspondence. Not many make use of it, I suppose, but
Oh, oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have bothered you for something so
oh, it is
silly.
no
I
bother.
will
This is my
have
purpose.
to
I am
write
here to
the
make
letter
your life
to.
as easy as possible.
Oh, um, oh, okay. Thank you. I don't. That was my question. And Ozo looks around. Um, yeah. Did anybody actually need? I mean, something important?
I could use some food, to be honest.
Which would be lovely. We've been in the desert for many days.
Oh, very well. Are there any dietary preferences or restrictions, or for food or beverage that I should be aware of?
Think
I
so.
don't believe so.
No, I'm good with anything.
Very well. Then I shall return post haste with some. Well, I think it's fine for an early dinner. I will see to it right away. I shall return immediately. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ozo bows again, and then looks confused.
She kind of smiles, like a big, like sharp tooth grin at you, and kind of chuckles as you bow and look at her. And she walks away. You close the door. Anything you want to do in the meantime until your food arrives?
Is there a map?
Ozo's gonna write that letter.
Yeah, you can go right that
Selenar
letter.
wants to clean the dust off of himself.
Oh, I already. He called the bath.
Yeah, just usual hotel room activities
Yep.
at this
Yeah.
point.
J. Travis Cooper, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so
Hello.
much.
Yeah, Coop.
Thank you so much. Yes, we all love an early dinner and yay for food. Selenar and Lenine, you go to investigate the bathing situation here. Book on the ledger mentioned that there was a small kind of en-suite thing going here, and you go and you investigate, and what you find is like a bathtub, like made of some kind of marble or granite or something. It's a solid piece of stone that's been carved out. And there's like a bunch of different like pipes running to it. And it's big enough for 4 people. That is in kind of like the middle of a room, or kind of off to the side of the room, with like big open doors to kind of look out onto a garden. And then there are a few strange looking, they look like kind of like thin saucers that have a bunch of holes in them hanging from other pipes. There's like 2 of those. Kind of, and they're kind of sectioned off in like a stall, for lack of a better term.
I assume Selenar has not basically ever seen indoor plumbing before.
It's not popular on Nuuli, no. Like it exists some places, but not a lot.
Have I seen this?
I don't think so. This is also not how the Fae kind of operate in their world. They're much more magic based. Like you might have
Right.
you might have a stone that you touch that produces water, but these pipes are strange things.
Can I just do like
Lunine's just gonna do an about face and go ring the bell again.
Okay.
Selenar's gonna start playing with buttons or handles or whatever.
Selena, just wait 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Don't-
Selenar, you
We
like
don't want to break the bath.
you touch one of the knobs and kind of spin it to one side, and water begins pouring out into the tub.
What?
Strange.
Is it hot or cold?
It feels like it's getting warm. Yeah. It like started a little cold, but like now it's kind of warming up.
Cool.
You said so you said there's showers out on the balcony?
No, on the other side of the room, like the room is very large. And one side has the tub on it, like the 4-person tub, and there's 2 shower stalls on the other side, away from the windows.
I don't think Selenar would have ever even considered a shower that isn't a waterfall. So, to him, this is just a very large basin. And he's just gonna wait for it to fill, and maybe the drain is open and it's just, I don't know.
I'm gonna go do what Selenar did to the showers.
Yeah, you spin a knob on the showers. It's more like a handle. You kind of twist it to one side and roll a d20 for me. You want above an 11. An 11 or higher.
I love that for me.
So close.
You twist the handle, and all of a sudden, water pours above you from this like pie plate thing with holes in it, and you are drenched. And you kind of scamper back, but you are drenched in water now. But you saw how it worked. It was a blast of cold water, all down yourself. Doesn't feel bad.
So, I guess I'll wait for that to warm up. I think he'll just start like putting his hand under, like you're just testing the shower.
Yeah, very quickly, it's like a pleasant temperature.
I assume this is like you said partitioned off, like it has a door and everything.
It does look like it's got like a sliding panel that you can close for it to be a full enclosure if you would like. Yes.
Some Looney will just do that for now. Bath
So-
later.
Selenar just starts disrobing and climbing into the tub. Whether it's draining through the drain, he'll just get under the faucet, or wait, I don't know. He's just like, this is warm and I need to be clean.
Yeah.
And in my brain, he's very accustomed to communal baths, so he wouldn't even think about modesty at all.
Yeah. The tub fills surprisingly quickly. Almost probably like 5 minutes or so, and it's easily at a depth you can slip into and bathe in. And yeah, Lunine, there's enough room in the like shower room if you close the door that you could like hang your stuff there, if you wanted to.
Well, my armor just disappears, and then I can just like throw my clothes over the door.
Sure. Yeah. But like for your sword belt and everything, like you can. There's hooks and like pegs on the wall.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Right, I do have weapons.
Yeah. But you two begin enjoying a lovely bath or shower. Looney, the shower is warm. There are some scented soaps that you discover here on a little shelf, and there are bottles of like soaps and oils and lotions and stuff on a shelf next to the tub, Selenar, that you discover. So you can make like the bath aromatic and like smell like rose hips and lavender or whatever kind of sandalwood kind of whatever scent you want. It seems like there's many of them to choose from.
Air pockets, the hotel soaps.
I might sniff a few of them and think they're all too fragrant and smell fake and don't do any of them.
Okay, fair enough. As those two get clean, and Ozo is writing, Justin, what are you up to?
Do we each have our own separate rooms?
You haven't
Or is it
investigated
just,
yet.
like, one?
Yeah, you can investigate
will.
that. Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I will investigate our lodgings.
Yeah, you walk around. It seems like there are 4 rooms with like large double beds in them. So it seems like you could easily sleep 2 to a room. without pressure. Also,
Okay.
the main room is very large and has like multiple chaise lounges and like a sofa seating area around like a. And then like you also find that like there's a balcony, like little plaza outside, and you kind of like step out onto the veranda, and there's like a little like there's some braziers out here with like some more seating arrangements. It's very much like a place of comfort and ease where you could kind of sleep wherever, really.
Um, what's the view outside the balcony? Like, what districts can he see?
Yeah, so you are within the palace at the moment, and you're not like up on a high floor. You're like on the second floor. Um,
Oh, okay.
so you are seeing like a expansive garden below you. You look down the veranda, and it's just kind of one long veranda, like that runs the length of the thing. There's like two of the bedrooms, like look out onto the veranda, and then also the bathing room that like you can see some steam kind of rolling out of, and quickly disappearing in the night. Um, but there seem to be braziers or lamps or lanterns or torches maybe set out in the garden in very like artistically placed places that are like making it look like a glowing greenery. It's very beautiful actually, and you can see that there are some people like that seem to be like tending to the garden or checking on things or refilling a lamp here or there. You can see that there are guards walking around. You like look up and you can see like the large wall of the palace. There are guards that are patrolling there. Interestingly, make a perception check if you'd be so kind, Justin.
10.
Yeah, you see these guards just kind of walking there. They seem to be more interested in what's going on outside than in inside.
Mhm.
So they just kind of fade quickly into the background after you notice them. But yeah, you see all this go down, and yeah, what are you doing?
Um, and there's no one else here, right? It's just me now exploring these rooms of ours.
Yeah, Ozo's in a room writing a letter. The probably Andra has also entered into the other shower stall, and Corvus is off doing something in some room. And the two are bathing, but you do seem to be alone for the moment.
Okay. Um, so being alone, um, being inside the palace, Justin can't help but say to himself out loud, never thought I would be here. Look at me now, Ma. Is there uh like a basin or something to like wash my face?
Yeah, there's like private little like basins with ewers. Like all the like plumbing is in the bathing room, but like there are ewers of water in each room, like each bedroom.
So I'm gonna approach one of those basins. Um, I'm gonna pull out the paper that the manager had given me. Is there anything on it right now?
There's not. There's the two names that are on it that you can read.
Mhm.
Um, but there's not anything
Evan.
on the other ones.
Okay. Um, so I'll put that paper away and I'll look into the basin of water and call out to the manager. I would say, it's been a while. Are we still good?
Make a persuasion check. Okay, on a 20, you see, or you look at this basin in the water, and you kind of call out and kind of reach for that bit of magic that you know comes from the manager. And you hear behind you, "Well, my boy, I should say that you are quite expertly in my good graces. You have saved 2 of my very fine friends." And you turn and you see lounging on the bed in that like white suit with the white hat and like the ears like pulled back and like the long silver hair. He's now adopted a like sort of like wavy like mustache that kind of like curls in on itself a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
My boy, it is lovely to hear your voice. Why would you think I was upset with you?
Oh, I've been away out in the desert, crawling through dungeons, and I just haven't heard a peep out of you.
Well, why would I want to go to a dungeon in the desert? That sounds horrible.
Well, I know for someone the likes of you, it wouldn't be a long visit. But I felt your presence. I felt my powers grow while fighting through hordes of werewolves and zombies and the likes.
Well, my boy, I told you to put your faith in me, and I would ensure your strength and your popularity. Can't have one of my finest rising stars get it all eaten up by some werewolf in a dungeon, can I?
No. Um, Strength I've been feeling. Popularity has still been out of my grasp.
Well, I'm sure you were the most popular fellow in that dungeon.
Yet the audience was pretty small in the dungeon. I need a bigger crowd.
Well, when was the last time you played for a large crowd, my boy?
I can't even remember.
Hmm.
But I do want to ask you something. Because you have this ability to appear anywhere. In the dungeon, I had asked. Ah, shit. Okay, hold on. I've got their names. It's deep in my notes, but it's the names of the 2 brothers, I think they are, who made us Kevin the bomb and our
Yes,
sparkle grenade.
yes, Ben and Carby.
Thank you.
They were not brothers.
Sorry.
They were satyrs, though.
Taters. I had asked them to make something for me, something that could give me a new sound, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and trying to think, I think they said it would be 2 weeks, maybe 3.
Okay.
Of course, we couldn't wait around in that dungeon for that little instrument, but I was hoping maybe, if you don't mind popping in, popping out, grabbing that piece of instrument, and money to give to them.
My dear boy, I am very fond of you, but I am not a messenger or a delivery service. You made an arrangement. You must take your part of it. Or find a more mundane mediary. Remember, boy, as much as I like you, you do work for me.
Yes, I do. We have an arrangement. Yes, I know I work for you, but wouldn't me having the best instruments at hand help you also?
Well, of course, which is why if you have commissioned such a thing, you should do your best to recover it, shouldn't you?
take a lot of your energy to pop around?
It's less about allocation of resources and more about propriety. I don't want you getting it in your head that I'm some fetch errand boy for you, because that is not how this relationship works. You improve your skills and I will get you power, I will get you fame, I will get you glory. But as I have told you time and again, there are not shortcuts. You must put in the work, my boy. Now, if you have engaged a couple of individuals to craft you something new, but you are unable to return there, or have a lack of desire to, perhaps you should engage someone else to make the same thing in a place where you shall be.
Yeah, I'll see what arrangements I can make. I say this with like arms crossed, looking sort of disappointed.
Oh, now don't you give me that look, Justin. No. You and I, we're closer than that. We're better than that. We are better than a mere... Please let me have this. I'm not your father to slap your hand on the back of a cookie jar or some such thing. No. We are partners in this arrangement. Granted, I'm the senior partner. But for the devotion you give me, for the effort you put forth, for the drive you give yourself, I grant you so much potential and ability, the power to wield energies that you would not otherwise have access to influence crowds in a way that no other mere mortal can produce. My dear Justin Timber Drake, you are going to be powerful, but no shortcuts.
Justin chuckles to himself because all he's ever been doing is taking shortcuts, finding the quickest route possible to rock stardom. Justin nods in acknowledgement of what he said. And having nothing else to ask him, he'll try to end the conversation to say, all right, I understand. You make a good point. I'll find my own way.
Excellent. But I may happen to know someone in this city who might be of interest to you if you desire some innovative musical instructions. Seek out Tones of the Night. Now you find that little kitty cat and you'll have yourself a fun musical renaissance, if I do say so myself.
I can find her, him, it.
Him. Tones of the Light is well known in certain parts of this established city. He's young. He doesn't have your style or your natural charisma, but he's got a mind like no other. He is creativity untapped. I have not made a personal investment in his future yet, but perhaps someday I might.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Thanks for the heads up.
Of course, my boy. My dear, dear Justin. And he rises from the bed and kind of approaches you. And it seems like as he gets closer, he gets taller. Like he's already a tall individual. But it seems like he gets taller and he kind of like puts his hands on your shoulders and he's kind of like looking down at you. I am so very proud of the work you have been doing. And I know that you are going to be a star. And he winks at you and as he winks at you, there's a brilliant flash of stage lights, and you open your eyes, and he is gone.
Quite the exit, I say to myself. There's two other thoughts that quickly attend to Justin's mind. One, Jared, before we left out into the desert, we have spoken with Book of Tales, and she said that she'll be inviting us to a masquerade.
Mhm.
Is that coming up soon, or is that still some time away?
You are unsure.
The other thought that comes to Justin's mind is that thinking back in Madinat, he thinks of the Dust Barrows, his exile from there, and yet he can't help but think that maybe he should take a little excursion out there. But that's a thought that he just he tries to formulate more and more, like what exactly that would entail.
Okay. Fair enough. And as you ruminate on those thoughts and have a luscious dinner heading your way, you writing a letter, you are bathing. That's where we're going to take our break. Welcome in, Sarah, just in time for break.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Jay Travis, for joining us and giving us a follow tonight. Thank you, I've Got It, for being all up in the moderator grill. It's wonderful to see you doing your things you do. We will be back in 5 minutes. We're going to take a short rest, a little bio break, and then we'll be right back. So thank you all very much for being here, and we'll see you after this short rest.
Yeah, there's also
Hello,
absolutely
everyone.
nothing to write on in this place. No paper.
Welcome back. Thank you for sticking around for that short break. We're back. Picking up where we left off. The dead ringers have returned to Madinat and told the civil vizier, the head of all guards, all the information and shown them all the evidence that they have, which got them a meeting with the Rajah, for lack of a better term, the man in charge here in Madinat. And now they're enjoying a expansive suite that they have been asked to remain in until certain actions are taken by the city guards themselves, enacting on the evidence they have provided. So we've got Selenar and we've got Lunine in the bathing room. We've got Ozo poring over a letter they are writing. Justin has kind of begun exploring the rooms here. Corvus is off being shadowy and indistinct. Andra, what are you up to as all these people are doing things in this suite of rooms that you have access to? Food has been requested and is being prepared for you all.
Excellent. I would imagine I'm probably just poking around the room, seeing what there is to see.
Yeah, there's 4 rooms with very large beds in it. There's also this central area that has like a circular couch action, as well as like chaise lounge kind of chairs, and a veranda that has all their change lounges and seatings and braziers and stuff. Looking out over a very nice garden. Yeah, it's a fancy little place. You find Ozo pouring in like a study, pouring over a letter they're writing in a writing desk.
You mentioned braziers. Is it cold on the veranda?
No.
Okay.
It's getting towards evening, but they may be more for like light sources or like warmth in like when and if it ever does get cold.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I think Andra would go out onto said veranda and look out onto whatever there is to look out on.
Yeah, there is a garden that has like torches and lanterns and like fire elements and water elements in it. Kind of very artistically correct, or artistically done up, displayed, produced, whatever, kind of made to look nice.
It's a pretty garden.
Yeah, beyond that are the walls of the palace here. And there are guards like walking around on the top of that. You're welcome to make a perception check. See if you notice anything else.
I would love to. Not that I'm any good at perceptifying. Oh, but I rolled an 18.
Great. Yeah, so the guards that are on watch seem to just be doing that. Like they are watching and they are paying more attention to the outside walls. And they are on a seemingly like every 2 minutes they kind of move another 100 feet and kind of patrol in such a way. There are a few like attendants kind of finishing up their work in the garden at this time of night. And there are a few other like well-dressed, fancy-looking people who are like walking through the gardens as well, having a bit of like a kebab or something, like a bit of food on a stick.
Sure.
Kind of just enjoying themselves, and you can smell the aroma of like cooking spices and stuff kind of beginning to waft over, like they are preparing dinner somewhere.
And how high up am I? Is this like a second floor?
Yeah, it's a second floor.
Or okay.
Yeah.
So like I could potentially converse with somebody down there, but I couldn't reach out and touch them.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay. That's just getting a handle of the scene.
Yeah.
Cool. I think I'm just gonna hang out there for a little bit and watch the goings on of the garden.
Great. Yeah. So as everybody is kind of like finished up their little vignettes, like Ozo, you write your final bit of letter. Justin, your manager disappears. The other two boys finish up their showers and bathing. There's a knock on the door.
I guess
yeah.
we'd answer it.
Yes. we
Ozo
are.
freaks out for a second because they're probably the only one in the main room and goes to get the door.
Yeah. Yeah, you open the door, and Direxia is there with a few additional attendants. She says, good evening. Sorry for the delay. Dinner is served. Allow us to present it. And she enters the room followed by the attendants, who go to one of the low tables kind of in the middle of the circular seating area and begin placing these dishes that all have lids and covers on them, baskets with like towels over them, and then like multiple bottles of wine and pitchers of water and fruit juice. And says, I do hope that this will see to your food, to your requirements, and if you need anything else, by all means, just ring the bell and let us know. You all kind of come out and see this feast laid out before you. She goes around and removes the lids off of things and pulls back blankets a bit so you can see what's in everything. And there's like different kinds of like hummus and like vegetable medleys and like meat platters and like a few things like on a stick, like in like a little clay pot that has a bit of fire in it to like keep stuff warm and roasting. There's like flatbreads and a couple different forms of that, and like various dipping sauces. And like, Justin, you recognize everything here.
Mhm.
It's like very like culturally kind of like Madinat desert style food. Very, very Hessian style food here. But like done up fancy. Like it's not like the stuff that you would find on a street corner, but it's a similar thing, but it's like an upscale version of it. So like you can see like the cucumber and the dill and the yogurts, and while it might not be a Kafka on a stick, it's like a Kafka platter that's arranged in a very fancy way and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Hearing the commotion, Andra will come in from the veranda and join, I guess, Ozo and Justin in the main room to eat.
Selenar comes out too. Clean.
Yep.
Although his clothes are still dirty as fuck, but whatever.
There were robes and stuff in a closet that you are welcome to avail yourself of.
Oh, sure. Okay. He does.
Yeah. Well.
Before all of them go, Ozo will very quietly walk up to whatever her name is, I'm sorry, with this crumpled up, filthy piece of parchment folded up and say, I'm sorry, I don't have an envelope. But this is for Nash and I guess I don't know their last names, but it's for Nash and Talon and Tooth and Claw and Scuzzle.
Oh.
They were in my cell, if that helps figure out where to go.
In
but I
the
don't
slab.
really know the name.
In
the slab.
Oh, very well. Do they have any sort of distinguishing features or anything?
They're all lizard folk.
Ah.
Maybe your boss knows what cell I was in? 'Cause I didn't know.
I will ensure that this is delivered to the warden, and he will take it from there.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It is a pleasure. If there is nothing else, enjoy your meal, and give a ring when you are done, and we will come clear the plate, or if you have any other requirements for the evening.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. And she and the other aides depart. Your letter in her hand.
Oh my god, Ozo's freaking out a little.
So a delicious meal has been prepared for you all. There is wine, there's fruit juice, there's water. There's a set off to one side. There is a teapot that is brewing on its own that has a little like egg timer next to it. And Justin, you would recognize that this is a thing that will, when the egg timer is done, the tea will be ready, and it's usually timed for like enough time for everyone to finish the meal. It's like a long-term brewing procedure thing.
Cool. I will educate my friends on these, on the different meals we're encountering.
Yeah. You tell them all about like the different flavors and what they got, and like how you're quote unquote supposed to eat certain things, or how you eat the street version, or how it's different. And yeah, it's a fun little culinary adventure that you all have together.
Great. Andra will try everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all delicious and good. To your personal preference, that's up to your characters or something. But yeah. Winding down dinner, you can summon the attendants and they will clear away the dishes afterwards. That coffee tea service thing, the egg timer finishes, and you, if you want, you can partake of that. They leave that because that can be a longer thing, and it looks like it's done up enough that like if you remove it and you put it over like a brazier or something, like you could keep it warm for periods of time. Direxia does go around and set light to certain lanterns out on the veranda, just in case you would like those lit, and asks about the braziers. Yeah. So it's a very calm night here. Graydon has a wonderful experience with the food. He explains that like as a soldier in the Goblin Court, you kind of just eat whatever you can. So this kind of prepared stuff is a bit of a luxury for him. So he's very excited to explore everything. And anything that's on a skewer, he just takes to it right away. He like really likes the act of eating things off a skewer. He says it's like, what he was raised on was meat on a skewer. So
who doesn't love meat on a stick?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody loves meat on a stick.
Andra will prestidigitate the tea kettle to be warm, to stay warm for the next hour.
Great. Yeah, easy enough to do.
Because I can.
Yeah. Sometimes later in the evening, but before you all turn in, there is another knock on the door.
I suppose we should answer it.
Yeah. You.
Ozo.
Andra will look at it and answer the damn door.
Yeah, you answer the door. And book on the ledger is returned. This thin, lithe, feline gentleman of like tawny fur. And he's like, "Oh, hello again. If you would all mind accompanying me, I trust you ate well."
Yes.
We did. Yes, thank you.
Wonderful. If you would be so kind as to follow me, please.
Where are we going?
Right this way.
Okay.
Yeah. So he like begins walking down the hallway, and you all follow, I assume.
Yes.
Great.
Yep. Selenar is still in a dressing robe, by the way.
I was going to say, Solar joining us in his bathrobe.
Yes.
Fuzzy slippers.
He does bring his staff, though, in case.
Yeah.
AKA his druidic focus.
Yeah.
In case.
Book on the ledger doesn't seem doesn't seem like he's nonplussed by your attire. It doesn't seem like he's worried about it. And you are brought to a small office. It's still like large and well appointed, but much smaller than like the grand room that you previously met the Rajah in. But you do find the Rajah and the civil vizier waiting for you here. Ah, please come in, my friends. We do trust that you, the Rajah kind of speaks up here. I do trust that your evening has been enjoyable.
Dinner was delicious.
Yes, your Rajaness.
Please, we are not in the throne room, and Rajaness is kind of an awkward title. It's just Rajah. You can, it's fine, really. We're all good. It's okay. Now, to the matter at hand, please be seated. Do you require refreshment at all? And perhaps you just ate, but if you would like a sweet,
Yeah. No, thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, I'll take one.
very well. And he passes over a tray. It looks like little round dough balls in like a sea of honey. You recognize these. They are very sweet and they are very tasty. They're like fried dough soaked in honey syrup.
I hand one to Ozo and say, "Trust me.
I-
It will blow your mind."
Oh, okay. Ozo takes it and eats it, and you just see this momentary. Ozo has a sweet tooth.
Excellent. Yeah. The Rajah also pops one in his mouth. The vizier kind of waves it off. It's like, well, excellent. As you all are fully aware, you delivered us quite a bit of information. It took us a while to parse through it all and make finalized plans, but we have enacted them. The Pasha Varejo is currently under a kind and respectful house arrest as we investigate his connections to Pouch of Smoke. Pouch of Shadows. I keep saying this. I don't know why. But Pouch of Shadows is the one we are after here. Pouch of Shadows has been apprehended and arrested and charged with conspiracy against the city, as well as a variety of other sort of offenses that you will be required to provide some evidence towards, I'm sure. Also, it seems that the vizier here has made some encroachments on your behalf. I believe in terms of some outstanding fines or something you are owed, the city is owed by you. Those of you who may have been on the ne'er-do-well list have been removed from it. You are welcome. We appreciate the assistance you have given the city this day. And we have two guests here as well. And he snaps his fingers and a door opens, and a couple guards bring in two little goblins that are very well dressed with like rings on their fingers. They have like one of them has like a big pot belly, all these rings and everything. Lunine and Ozo, you immediately recognize Scrip and Scrap. So we're told that there's some predator lines that we're going to close tonight. Is that true? Yes, that is correct. I believe Ozo and Lunine have a line of credit with you. Oh, yes, Rajah, that is absolutely correct. We graciously forwarded them the money to pay the bail for their freedom after some minor offenses in your glorious city, as is our wont to do as moneylenders. If they are able to pay now, we will happily remove the restrictive bands upon the wrists. Very well. You have the funds to pay these gentlemen?
Oh, well, I look at Lunine.
The thing is, we took a job to get the funds
Ah,
to clear out the bandits out in the wastes, which we did. We have to turn in the job to get the funds.
I see. And this job was employed by whom?
The merchant.
Um,
Mhm.
yes.
The Merchant Council, yes. Well, as the Rajah and leader of the Merchant Council, I say that you have successfully completed this mission. So, how much do they owe you? Do you owe these goblins?
I probably have that number somewhere.
They'll curse 600 gold pieces is what I wrote,
Yes.
but that could be per person. And I don't know how many we were supposed to get for the whatever questy thing, Merchant Guild.
Did I write it? I know I had a discount somewhere.
The Merchant Council, this is what the poster says. I was pretty clear about this because Selenar took the poster and put it in his bag, which I haven't
There you go.
taken out yet, but it's 4,000 gold.
Mhm.
Merchant
great.
Council offers 4,000 gold to take out ruffians in the nearby Akir Oasis. Raiders clad in red and black, animals with tooth and claw, and then it had a name and address to go to register, which we did.
Yep, that's correct.
Boom.
Andre is carrying a bunch of red bandit bits of armor and sashes and things.
So if there's any like pause in like what are we owed, Selenar will pull. Oh no, he's in a robe and left his bag in the room.
What was left for me, because I paid a little bit, was 480.
Okay. Very well. Since you are owed this, we will acquire these things. You pass over all this stuff, kind of just in a sack, to one of the guards. The Rajah writes a slip of on a slip of paper and hands it over to Scrip and Scrap. I believe, gentlemen, that you will find this sufficient to cover their debts. You can see the bursar office in the morning. And they look at the check and their eyes go wide and they go, "Yes, Rajah, absolutely, Rajah. Absolutely, Rajah. You're absolutely your Rajaness. Great, Rajah Mahanadi. You got it. Oh, I guess we should remove bracelets. If you could both put out your arms."
I do so.
Yeah. And so Scrap goes up to them and says, "All right, here we go." All right, and he pulls out a couple of wands and mutters words to them. They're like brass wands. Mutters a few words and then taps each of the bracelets, which then go, instead of being like curled around and tightening, they go immediately loose, and then they become straight, flat metal bars and fall onto the ground. Ting, 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 ting. And he picks them up and puts them in a pocket somewhere in his robes. Well, we're doing business with you. Keep out of trouble, or don't. We're here if you need money lended. Happy to help out.
Mhm.
Hopefully not.
And they depart, bowing once again to the Rajah. The bag of Crimson River stuff has been taken away as well. And the Rajah looks at you all. Well, all those details sort of ironed out in the fire. Again, Madinat owes you a great deal of thanks for this warning. We have already instituted changes in our defenses so that in the event of some sort of offense or attack, we will be prepared. Since we don't know exactly what this Crimson River was planning, we now are aware that we've had to change quite a bit. It's going to take a minute, but at least we know the weaknesses that were to be exploited, and we can see to them now. I would like to say personally that I know most of you are foreign to this city and these lands, and I would be happy to extend offers of citizenship if you were interested in these sorts of things, especially if one such as yourself, Selenar, is a representative of your homeland. I am told that the elves of the Verdentious Causeway are not very sociable.
Not sociable, but endlessly curious.
Well, I would be very interested in communicating with your people if such a thing ever happened or a name could be dropped. I would be most receptive to receiving an envoy.
Selenar is completely unprepared for this request because no one has ever said, "Are you a representative of all of elfdom?" to him. He's just like,
DM will remind you that you are like a union member.
well, he's a member of the, like, all the way back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The top of my notes.
Yeah, you're a member of like a merchant guild.
He is a member of the Elvish Guild of River-based Merchants, but you also remember that he doesn't want to be, and he only is because his father pressured him into it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, all these things are true.
Yeah, he's just like...
Now he's a representative of all elven kind.
Yeah, the kid that ran away from home because he didn't want to build canoes anymore.
Do we know about your relationship with your father? Did you tell us this before, or?
It came up a little bit early in the game, but there's a lot of Selenar backstory that has not come up. None of it is mysterious, but he just doesn't talk about it much.
Okay.
He doesn't have nearly as many secrets as the rest of you all did when you rolled your characters. He's a pretty straightforward anime character. Anyways, so I do not come from the Elvish capital, a small town on the causeway, but I do know that the elves are open to communicating with the outside world. Were you to send a letter, it would be received happily.
This is wonderful
And if
to
you
know.
wanted to send an envoy, there is a camp at the southern end of the causeway called, and you correct me if I'm wrong with this because I'm interpreting notes from a long time ago, called the Verdenton Glen. A camp that is set up just to receive envoys from the outside world.
Oh, well, then I will have to endeavor into looking into such an arrangement. I thank you for your knowledge. I'm just going to ask because I would be remiss if I did not. Is there anyone you know that I should reach out towards specifically? Or would your name carry any weight in talking to a certain individual or faction? I admit I am very unacquainted with a large swath of. I certainly know nothing about the Verdentious Causeway. I don't know much about Johanna in general. Just a few of the larger cities.
Well, I'm happy to talk about history and geography if that's your curiosity, but I'm a scholar, not a politician. Not very well connected.
Oh, I understand. I hate politics. But here I am. I got in this for business and have been thrust forward into leadership of the city. But yes, perhaps
Glancing through my notes,
during your stay
because
here.
I know there is a person who is in the Verdetten Glen whose entire purpose is to receive envoys.
Mhm.
Not find this name.
That's okay. The Rajah is.
I give him the name.
Yeah.
This elf is in charge of this city. His purpose is to open communications with the outside world.
Yeah. He takes that and he kind of sets up a time like during your stay to discuss history and geography that you might find interesting. What? And certainly for the rest of you, you are heroes of the city as well. You are all welcome here, from the noble Marquis Lunin to our hometown hero Justin Timber Drake, and
Hometown, like Justin, you can see like Justin like beam. It's like hometown hero.
and all the rest of you. You are wonderful. And since you have fulfilled the contract, it's very important that we finalize this appropriately. As Rajah, I hereby decree this contract fulfilled between the Merchants Guild and the group known as the Dead Ringers, and so order the sum of 6,000 gold pieces to be provided to them immediately. And he claps his hands twice, and from another door you didn't notice comes a group of guards, like 4 guards, and they put a it's like one of those like litters that's carried by 4 people. They one of the guards comes out and like puts down legs that are attached to the litter, and it becomes like a little table. On the table there's multiple little chests and a few bags, and they depart and say, and the Rajah says, "Welcome to your fortune."
So I'm gonna add that to the party fund.
Huh?
6,000 gold pieces.
Ozo's gonna just look like confused and in awe.
Yeah, Andra's eyes get real big.
I'm going to assume that's a lot.
Oh, it is, yes.
Selenar currently has 100 gold, and it's the most money he's ever seen in his life. So 6,000, he's just like,
Right.
like, how are we even supposed to carry this amount of money?
Do you guys want to split it now? 1,000 apiece? Or
I
should I
suppose
just
that
put
would
it in a
be
party
easy.
Make it more manageable to carry,
True.
but we don't need to do that in.
I'm sure you can figure it out amongst yourselves at a later date.
Yes.
Yep.
You are welcome guests of the palace for as long as you would like to remain here. I would be honored if you would spend the night and have breakfast with me in the morning.
Certainly.
Excellent. I would be happy to introduce you to the Rajah.
Oh.
Okay.
Wonderful. Then enjoy your evening, and may you find fitful rest here at the palace. It is a pleasure, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Andra will attempt to curtsy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an old muscle that you haven't worked in a while, but like you know how to do it. It's just been a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got pulling out all the random like polite things she was taught as a child. It's like, okay,
Exactly. Book on the ledger comes back in after being summoned by yet another series of snaps and or claps. It seems to be how the Rajah indicates who should come in. But he shows you back to your suite, which has been cleaned, and there are fresh clothes laid out on your beds for either the morning or whatever, in a very fine Hessian style. There's also little like, for lack of a better term, mints are on the pillows, like little sweets have been left for each of you. And ewers of water have been refilled and restocked, as well as a few bottles of wine have been placed. There's like it's mostly like date wine and that kind of thing. There's not a lot of like grapes that grow here, so it's like wine and that it's like fermented fruit wines kind of deal. But you have that. The evening is yours to do what you will with. The guards are still like outside, but you get the vibe it's more like formality and just to like, be there just in case.
Okay.
All right,
So
guys, this is much fancier than the last time we were in the city and staying in that bombed out building. What do we do?
We take a nap.
Spend the night, of course. I'm gonna see if there's a library. And I ring the bell. Bing, bing.
Very quickly, Drexia appears. Good evening. What can I do for you?
Good evening. Does this palace have a library?
Yeah.
And may I visit it if so?
Yes, absolutely. Right this way. And she kind of like bows you out and like asks you to precede her. You are shown to a very large square room that's about 3 stories tall. There are lanterns in here that are kind of like kept up and away. They're very bright. It's like the flames are very small, and then like through mirrors and reflective glass lensing, the light is shown over a wider spread and kind of like souped up. Optics. Who knew? And there's a like 3-story library here with racks of books, and she says, you are welcome to peruse the sections as you wish. We have many tomes that we have gathered over the last few decades, some from excavated sites and sort of reinterpreted, stories, fiction, nonfiction, accounts of business and acumen. You are welcome to whatever is within these walls.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm sure this will keep me busy for quite a while.
And should you need anything here, this gentleman and a guy you didn't even notice kind of steps out from behind a bookshelf. He looks like he's a small, like gnomish individual, like gray skin, kind of wiry hair, kind of the color of like dusty copper, with like very fine bit of robes and big old spectacles that are like half the size of his gnomish head.
Hell yeah.
This is Bibbledydom. Bibbledydom is our resident librarian. He will be happy to assist you. And she kind of bows and leaves, and Bibbledydom looks up at you and says, well, so, late night reader like myself, what can I get you? What are you looking for? How can I help you?
Interested in so many topics. Is there anything in here regarding the Fae or the Were Curse or any sort of interesting history about this part of the world? As you can tell, I'm very far from home, and the elves don't know much about desert.
Well, yes, we have quite a bit in the geography section about the desert, if you would like to look at that. Right this way. Here are some of my favorite books. There's Deserts and the Sands Therein. There's Desert Rock Formations of of Hessian. That's a good one. Page Turner, that is. Oh, and of course, You Cannot Survive. How I Survived in the Desert and How You Might Not Die Too. That's a good read for anyone. There's also...
What about the plants that strive in the desert?
Oh, well...
Now, I know there aren't many, but we did see some scrub bush and coconut trees out there.
Yes, the botany section. Right this way. Let's see. Yes, here we go. Oasis, greenery, and you. How to grow in sand.
How to plant trees in the desert. Cool.
Yes.
Nothing about Faye or Selenar.
We have just begun, sir. We have just begun. Please, right this way. And he scampers off, leading you to another section. Admittedly, our Faye section isn't that well thought out, or that well expansive, I should say. But we've got a few tomes here that you're welcome to peruse, and it's like this 4 foot by 8 foot section here is all our Fae knowledge. Not as expensive as some might like, but we do try to gather what we can when we have the opportunity. And wares, you said, wares, lycanthropic sort of stuff?
Yes. A recent
we
interest of mine.
might have a book or two. Right this way. Let's see. And he brings you to the health and well-being section. Let's see. Let's see. Listoma. Diphtheria. Let's see. Lycanthropy. The bite that bites. Here's a little book by one and kind of adjusts his glasses here. The Bite That Bites, a book on lycanthropic curses by Hegemony. That can't be right. Hegemony Toothmaw. But that's just a weird... Well, I'm sure that's a coincidence. Anyway, yes, here you go. This book should maybe provide some insight.
Thank you. Do you know this Hebonajami Toothmaw?
Hegemony Toothmaw? Not personally, but they are very mysterious in the kind of health and well-being circles. They're a bit of a traveling cleric, supposedly. Clerics are a bit on the outs these days, but some people do stick to faith. And I believe Hegemony
Do you know
is one
where
of
I
them.
might find them if I have more questions?
Oh, I don't...
This tome is rather thin.
It is, admittedly, yes. They may be in town. I do know that they are a bit of a wanderer, and not just Hessian, of course. They wander most of Nuuli, I believe. So they could be anywhere, but they are from here originally, so it's possible you could find them. They are...
Interesting.
Yes, they are a... I believe they are a follower of the Harvest Mother, perhaps? Yes, I think so. They don't write it in their book often, but the Harvest Mother is, fairly well-liked and beloved. So probably innocuous in terms of political affiliations and such things. If that is a concern of yours.
Appreciate the help. May I take any of these back to our room, or do I need to keep them here in the library at all times?
Oh, if you would sign them out, you are free to take them back to your suites. We just ask that you don't leave the palace with them.
Of course. So Selenar will check out the botany book, the book on lycanthropy, and if any of the Fae books look interesting. So 3 total.
Yeah, make an investigation check on the Fae book. See what you find.
Investigation. I know where I is in the alphabet. 15.
You get a book entitled Fey Regions as Far as We Understand It by a name that you can't quite make out. It looks like it's been stitched together by hand, so it's kind of like a weird homemade book. You can't read the name on the title, but there's probably a name somewhere in the book that you'll be able to sort out.
Okay. Bring the 3 back to the room. Most interested in the lycanthropy topic, obviously, as I imagine Ozo and Justin also are.
Mhm.
Right? It's the 3 of us that all got bit.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Amber forgot.
That's true. Yep.
Yeah. You know who didn't forget? Jared.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for you to go unconscious.
Or a full moon,
Or a full moon.
I assume.
Wonderful. Great. So you do that. Anybody else have any evening shenanigans before you all turn in?
Mostly the usual, and Ozo is going to take a blanket out onto the veranda and sleep outside.
Okay.
If it's a nice night.
Yeah, it's a very nice night.
Safe place, sleeping outside. Ozo feels happy about the garden.
Very cool.
Andra is going to cast alarm along the around our suite of rooms, or around the door of the suite of rooms, I guess, because it's the suite of rooms is probably larger than that is a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah, alarm I think is like a 10-foot by 10-foot or something like that.
20-foot cube,
20-foot cube.
but around the door, essentially.
Great.
Because I can.
Yeah.
There.
Okay, great.
Alarm spell, go. Yeah. I think all the things she wants to do are better waited until morning.
Okay. Yeah. You all turn in for the evening.
Woohoo.
As you all turn in for the evening, you are in soft beds, warm location, safe. You're not out in the desert anymore. There's not the constant threat of danger. You are back in a civilized bit of place, which, if you think about it, this previous adventure that you've been on is the most rugged that you have been as a group. Previously, you've just been in cities or in civilization or a few days through a jungle, maybe on a little island, but nothing like what you have just experienced. So I'm going to go around one by one and ask how this experience has affected each of you. And we're going to start with Ozo.
Ooh.
This experience for which Amber was absent for a surprising amount of. I think as I don't know how to RP this, but I'm not going to then. So mostly Ozo is sleeping on the veranda because outdoor safe space, what is that? Right. There's been a lot of sleeping in and out of doors, but not safe. And so being able to just be there, Ozo has a different understanding of that now. And I think obviously there's the not curse, but is it not a curse question mark result of the whole axolotl thing, for which Amber wasn't really present.
Yeah, it
But
is
I
a
think Ozo is now more-
compulsion that Ozo feels,
Right.
kind of like
It's not
bearing
a
on the back
curse.
bearing on the back of their being, but it's not like it's not like a sense of danger. It's just like you know what you have to do.
Right. So I think the biggest thing is that Ozo is sort of figuring out how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
This whole asking about writing a letter would have never have happened before, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think those are the most changes. Ozo was never used to the cushy life, but it used to be simpler. It's true.
Definitely. Okay, next we're going to hop to Andra.
Oh, hey. Well, Andra still doesn't remember a great deal of this journey, or a great deal of the battling part in the middle. She is no more interested in camping than she was at the beginning. She's adapted to the necessity of it, but she is really, really excited to maybe take a long bath and then sleep in a very cushy bed tonight. Because that is definitely something that she is into. Oh yeah, big cushy bed. You know, clean new clothes. Yay. She she's still high on her list for tomorrow is going to be getting her idea back because she misses her idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't imagine that trying to buy incense at this hour of the night in this neighborhood is going to go well. So she's willing to put that off till morning. And I think she's very much enjoying being in the lap of luxury for the evening, and chilling out there. She now knows that she can survive that kind of journey into the desert, but that doesn't mean she has to enjoy it.
Very good.
And survive is a questionable term for it, but she believes she can survive it even if she was dead for quite a bit of it.
Yeah. Very cool. Next up, we're going to go to Lunine.
Yeah, I'd say Lunin has just overall become more confident in himself, like his capabilities.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Yeah.
Also adjusting to outdoors.
Yeah. Lunine has specifically been through a lot in this arc. A lot of things have kind of come home against Lunine's backstory here. So knowing more of his own self-worth and that he's more capable than he thought he was, I think is perfectly understandable. And that's a big shift for a noble character. Next up, we're going to hit Selenar.
Yeah, he went through a lot. He saw a lot of death that he wasn't quite prepared for. I think a lot of us, obviously, the Crimson River at the lowest level of the dungeon was important, but we also had the whole two demon guys who are enslaving the unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
And the unicorn in general sort of was a mythical being to Selenar before that. He had the grass dude on the lower level confirmed the reality to him of a legend that he thought was a story from his childhood. Power origin and whatever. More connection to Fey realm stuff. But ultimately, he's just very happy to be above ground again and under the sky.
Fair enough.
And safe, because we were in a rough situation for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
As a group.
Yeah. And Justin.
I think after everything, Justin is struggling with the events that have occurred. Prior to setting out into the desert, he was exiled from the Dust Barrows, and he didn't have the final word that he wished he would have had with Renata and his old friends. And even though he gotten more powerful in his magic, he doesn't feel like he's gotten more better at music. The constant dangers in of the desert and the dungeon did not give him the time to play and to practice and to create new sounds, new music. And of course, there wasn't an audience to play to, um, so he's tossing and turning in his sleep now, and being back in Madinat now, just again thinking about his mom and about Renata, and also about this new person that the manager told him he should check out, this Tomes of the Light. And as he ponders on Tomes of the Light, he asks himself internally if this is someone who's going to teach him music, in whatever way he does, or is this someone that Justin will steal music from?
Good question.
The end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all very good. And you all head to bed feeling these changes, laying your heads down, and letting sleep overtake you. It's been a while since you were able to do so without any fear of being hunted or being attacked or danger. And now you're in arguably one of the safest places in all of Hessian. You're in the Grand Palace of Madinat, the home of the Merchant Council, the Rajah, and seat of government. It's probably one of the most secure spots you've ever been in. As you all rest, the world keeps moving. Plans of others keep adjusting, changing. Your impact upon the world, while you may not feel it, ripples out like a stone thrown into a pond. Even the smallest ripples changes the reflections of light. And as these impacts on the world reach farther and farther away, Muneen, you feel in your sleep something reaching out to you. Something strange and familiar. Something indescribable, but something you know intimately. Something is reaching out to you. And as you dreamed, you feel like you have the option to embrace it or repel it.
I'll embrace it.
You embrace this thing, and you find yourself in your dreams strolling through the forests of the Dusk Meadow. You find yourself strolling through the trees of the opaline forest. Massive branches, gemstones of opal on their bark, infused as part of the trees. Crystals popping up from the ground, lighting the path that you have chosen. It's not a path you're familiar with, but it is a path that you trust yourself to follow. As you follow, you find yourself very shortly before what could only be described as a throne. A throne of crystal and branch and leaf, all interwoven. And upon this throne is nothing. Nobody sits upon it. There's no writing in it or on it. You inspect the sides. There's no iconography. It is simply a throne of crystal and branch. What do you do?
First, reach out and touch the arm of the chair.
It is warm to the touch. Not hot and scalding, but comforting, safe, familiar. Like the hug you can only imagine your mother would have given you.
Guess I'll sit in it.
You sit upon the throne in the middle of the forest, and suddenly you feel a connection here, deeper than one that you'd ever felt before. You feel as though you have become inextricably bound to the health of the opaline forest, as though something has reached out and embraced you in a way that you did not think would ever happen, were not prepared for. It's not information so much as it is emotion, and it is deep and ancient, and it is permanent. By sitting in this throne, you have bound yourself to the well-being of the Dusklight Meadow.
Oh.
And specifically the Opaline Forest. Andra,
Yeah.
as you rest, you have dreams of study, of magic, of spells, and that one page in your book you cannot read.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Pretty grumpy about it.
yeah, and then this other book that you have seemed to do something no book you've ever seen before has done. It flipped its own pages for you. It was strange and unfamiliar, but it felt right. It felt like the knowledge should come to you. You're smart. You're innovative. You're creative. You study hard. Maybe not what other people tell you to study, but you know what you're doing.
I'm a self-led scholar.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. You know what you like. You know what your interests are.
Independent study.
It's only right that this book should share its secrets with you. And in your dream, as you watch the book flip its pages, the book grows. It gets larger. It becomes thicker, wider. The pages become more in depth with promise. And you can feel something about the book offering you unlimited potential in this dream. And the book is on a table, sitting right next to your spell book as you pour through your spell book, writing newly discovered secrets of arcana. This other book is flipping around, giving you hints, giving you glimpses into things that you have not yet figured out on your own. That the formulae and the acumen of research has not yet revealed to you, but this flipping book is teasing you, tantalizing you with what could lie ahead. And it's just sitting there flipping next to you as you are writing in your current spellbook.
Can I put a hand on, in my dream, put a hand on the flipping book? The page, like hold it open to a specific page?
Yeah, you hold it open to a specific page. And the book feels warm, but also cold. The temperature of the temperature of the book is warm, but it fills your arm, your hand, with a coldness like of the bone that it is combating with.
Can I read the page I have?
You attempt
Put my hands on.
to read the page, and fun fact, you cannot read in a dream.
Fair.
This is real. The part of your brain that processes reading and information is not the same part of your brain that you dream with. That's why you can't read a newspaper in a dream.
Sure.
But
doesn't mean she can't try.
And it doesn't mean that she would know that either. It doesn't mean that Andra would know that. But you attempt to read, and whatever secrets were there seem to fade away. The ink disappears or scrambles itself. And as you stare closer, the book closes on your hand and sort of melds into it and takes your hand within it and kind of begins to creep up your arm, like the book encompassing you, almost like stretching like a glove over your arm, up towards your shoulder and across your body until you feel as though you are encased in a book.
I'm sure that's fine.
And while you are feeling this coldness in your bones, the heat of the arcana in the book is radiating at you from the outside. You don't know where the coldness is coming from, but you just hear one word: promise.
Yes.
Ozo, as you sleep out under the stars and the moons, it's relaxing. It's nice. It's like how you grew up almost. Not as many trees, perhaps, but yeah, it is nice. In your dream, a figure begins to coalesce in your mind, and whatever you were dreaming about kind of fades away, and a small humanoid shape begins to appear, and they coalesce into a small old halfling, eyes much like your own, but more on in years, more sagged from adventure or age or knowledge, missing a left hand. And they just look at you and kind of smile. Tell me, Ozo, how goes the purpose?
hard to say. I mean, I think I found an acorn, maybe two, and I'm very strong, and I now have people. But I don't know what the purpose is so much as I'm keeping on keeping on.
Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Having an acorn in your pocket is always good. Nurturing the growth. You gotta know when to, let an oak tree grow and make branches that are gonna give you shade and maybe an additional acorn to snack on or something, but you don't want to eat your acorn because that's just weird. But yeah, having a acorn handy is a good idea. They can know things, ancient things. Things that people who aren't acorns that aren't seeds that aren't acorns don't know. 'Cause oaks are old. Yeah, oaks are old. So acorns get the secrets of the oaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Huh.
you should get that thing in you taken care of. That's not the best thing to have.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how that's gonna work. It could be kind of useful.
I mean, it's up to you. But if I were me, I would, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
I try to be. Well, good night. And the form just kind of dissolves.
Okay.
Yeah. Selenar, as you trance, your trances are not dreams like others in your party. Your trances give you glimpses into past lives you may have had in a reincarnation cycle that elves kind of are uniquely suited to. They let you look at your memories. It's more like a review process than anything else. But you find yourself in a library, looking out onto a garden. You feel like you're young, like maybe only like 40 or something. Like you're young. And you're looking out this window, and a reed slaps on your desk in front of you. Selenar, it's time to pay attention to your lessons. We are talking about history here. It would be wise for you to give heed to the lore and knowledge of those who came before you. And you see your instructor from your youth. Sort of vague features, but it can't be anybody else. Now, today's lesson, we will be discussing a history of legendary proportions. It's a legend technically, but all legends have a seed of truth within them if you dig far enough. Once, in the early days of creation, The elves were not yet upon the soil of Nuuli. Instead, the Eladrin were young. Instead, the gods were still building their creations that would one day become the people and creatures upon all the world of Nuuli. But one deity, the Leafheart themselves, had crafted creatures, entities of pure magic, created in their own image to be mercurial, to be anything and anyone they wanted to be. Eventually, these creatures were known as the Elforii, and the Elforii eventually moved on, leaving Nuuli behind, traveling to distant realms, and never being heard from again. But we of the Verdentious Causeway know that the Elforii were real, for we share memories of them. Those of us lucky enough to be reincarnated again and again, to have our souls renewed and our lives visited. You are lucky. One day you may share a memory of a has-been life. And you will know the truth of the Elforii and the connection all of us share to the true purpose of Elvindom. So pay attention! And do not gaze out the window longingly at the coast again. Now, on to mathematics! And the memory shifts and continues. Justin,
Yes.
you dream of performance, of fame, of people throwing themselves at you, of people calling your name. You dream of everything you ever wanted. You are on stage singing, performing, casting a spell over an enraptured, willing, participatory crowd. And then something crashes through the audience, charging directly for you. It cannot be stopped. Every spell you cast at it bounces off, reflecting into the crowd. Your thunderstruck bounces off the creature and detonates 10 feet away from it. And it's not massive. It's not huge. It's about your size. And it climbs up, backlit by these lights before it crawls onto the stage, coming up and picking you up by your clothes, by the very strap of your guitar. It picks you up, raising you off the ground, and you look into its eyes and you see your own. This dark version of yourself has eyes like swamp water. The stench of bog and decay, and a strength like gnarled vines, and a viciousness of a scavenger, of a snake, of a crocodile. And this thing is after you. Your music. It's hunting your music, your sound. Somehow you just know. It doesn't like it. You struggled, you managed to wriggle free. and you have a chance now to run or to face it. What do you do?
I run like hell.
You run, you jump off the stage through the crowd, and it jumps after you, landing with far more force than its size would belie, sending those onlookers still watching the spectacle, sending them to their knees, to their falling on their asses. And as you push your way through the crowd, the creature chases after you. This dark Justin, for lack of a better term, is chasing you. And as you run, you find yourself with a choice. You can make a clean break for it down one way, or you can go past a group of people who look kind of like you in another direction. And maybe that would confuse the creature. Which way do you go?
Ooh. The path with nobody seems easier. Um, the path with the people who look like me, do they look antagonistic towards me, or are they just mulling around?
They don't look antagonistic. They're not milling around. It looks like they're like getting ready to pull out a performance, like musical instruments for a performance.
Okay. Then let's run through the crowd of me's.
Okay. You run through these people who begin playing a song, one of your songs that you haven't even composed yet. But you've been working on it for a few months, but like they're playing it. The creature roars and charges at them. And as you look behind you, you see it tearing through them. Literally, it's picking them up and tearing them in half, ruining the music in this horrible counterpoint of horror and bloodshed. And you just run into the dark, away, escaping, saving yourself. Maybe that's the right call. Who's to say? But you toss and turn, wondering about what you will do when you meet Tones of the Light. And that is where we will end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged.
Ooh, goosebumps, man. Goosebumps.
Well, I hope you all had fun tonight.
And not a lot of pressure or anything.
No.
No.
Hey,
I mean,
It'll all be
whatever.
fine.
y'all are making moves, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a sneak peek into our further adventures.
Yeah.
Do-do-do.
Now I couldn't
Doo-doo-doo.
read the envelope that Jeff was showing because it was like blurring out. So
It
Oh,
said
here,
dog.
I'll try it again. I was trying to not interrupt, but Amber was showing her
oh,
dog.
dog. Oh, great. Dog. I love dog.
It says dog.
JT Travis,
Is
this-
thank
is
you
this-
for the gourds. That's so lovely.
Gourds?
Yeah, J Travis has some gourds for emotes that they have sent our way. Very praise the gourd. It's like a gourd in a little cup hands. It's one of Skylar's emotes, actually. For those of you who
Thanks for gourds.
Yes. Thank you so much. Well, I hope you all had fun this evening. And I hope some fun things were unearthed here tonight. I'd like to thank you all for playing, and I would like to thank everybody for coming in. Thank you so much, Jay Travis, for joining us for the first time this night. We hope you enjoyed our little D&D sesh tonight. And thank you, as always, to Ives Got It for being here and being the best mod we could ever ask for. And anyone else who popped in and gave us a lurk and a little hello. Thank you so much. We'll go around, we'll say our goodbyes, and I'll figure out who we're going to raid tonight. let's start at the bottom of our rung here, right above our lovely Nuuli Pride logo. We've got Selenar.
I'm Jeff playing Selenar. Good game. I feel like we've closed the book on a very long. In my notes, we started this arc. The game that Lunine threw us all under the bus with Pouch of Smoke was in July last year, so it's been 11 months we've been on this arc. It's a long time.
That's
So
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, anyways, I'll be here next week to play again, and it'll be fun. I promise.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Next up, we've got Justin.
Hey, that is me. I'm Mike. Thank you for watching episode 75.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So catch us for 76.
Thank you. Next up, we've got Ozo.
Hello. Hi. I'm still Ozo, and I'm still Amber. And this Ozo got 2 hands,
Yay!
and that's great.
And a doggy
We
in your
love
lap.
having 2 hands.
Yeah, it's handy.
We will continue to have 2 hands until perhaps we don't. Shifty eyes.
Who's to say?
Uh,
Well, thank you. Then we've got Lunine.
Thanks for watching, guys. I've been Lunine. Hopefully I don't die and kill an entire forest now.
Yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it?
That'd be something. Yeah, it would.
Be wild.
No pressure.
No, yeah, no pressure.
Just a fun, easy, lighthearted game.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And then, of course, we've got Andra.
Okay, that's me. I am Sarah. I have been Andra, and she wants Looney to know that really, being dead isn't actually all that bad. She's been dead. She's been alive. It's 6 of one, half a dozen. Thanks for watching. This was a great half a game that I was made it to. So sorry about that. But if you want to watch our previous 75 games of this campaign and the couple hundred of campaign 100 and something, I don't know, a whole bunch.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube. And we have all of our past episodes there in case you just can't get enough of us. And we have some social media things that Jared mostly posts on because he's the person who does everything because he is our hero and he keeps us all in line.
Is that what I do? I don't do a very good job of it.
No. That's okay. So yeah, thanks for watching us. Watch us some more.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Indeed, I have been Jared, your humble game master here on Nuuli Forged. You can follow us at all these socials down here. They're the ones you're most likely to get an interaction from. We hope you have a wonderful week. Be kind, be pleasant. Next week, I will be traveling. I don't have my exact schedule yet, but I'm hoping we can start on time with a 7 p.m. game. I've got work, so maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna play it by ear, but the hope is that we are good to go. So here's hoping.
Next week, I might be coming to you from my childhood bedroom because I'm apparently just traveling all over the place.
Oh, hey.
Oh man,
That's
I
great.
can't wait to see the posters on the walls.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how many boy band posters are gonna be in the background?
0.
Because you have them all in your adult bedroom now.
Because my parents have redone it to be a guest room because, oh, hey, it's been a lot of years since I've lived there.
Well, on that note, thank you all so much for joining us. Feel free to hop in this raid. We're going to raid Link's Tome EC. They're playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Let them know that they've been newly raided. And we will see you all next time here on Nuuli Forged. Be safe, be kind. Happy Pride. Send your favorite send your favorite queers money. And that's the price for being in our circle, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. In the meantime, be cool, fight fascism, and fuck the administration. And with that, bye everyone. Bye.